Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome to something a little bit different than we normally do. So, here's the thing, I'm not actually playing World of Horror right now. This is pre-recorded, and I'm doing this commentary over the video itself. Continue, alright? We're gonna just use that to sync it up. I'm gonna make sure that that happens, because I do need to be. I've never done anything like this before, so I just said continue right there as I clicked it in the video to kind of help me myself sync this up. So the reason why I'm doing this is because this run was too interesting to actually throw in the trash. All right, because normally if this was just like a, you know, like a 7th curse Haru run where I get like a million smonks and I buy the monkey wrench, or I get the chainsaw or the semi-auto, I would normally just like re-record it no problem. However, this is an exquisite taste baseball bat Haru run with all perks. And I just thought like there were enough unique things in this episode that I wanted to save it, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a run like this again. So hopefully you understand. We're going into the run right now. I'm going to pick Yogatheg, probably right now. There we go. We're in the run. I'm clicking the X. We're going to the lighthouse. I have no idea what I'm doing, alright? You know, it's dexterity, it's strength, it's knowledge, it's your second mystery, it's charisma, and then it's Takashi. So it's all of the stat checks at once. But basically, like, I was doing this run, and you'll see very quickly what mystery we do first. But essentially, I wanted to try Exquisite Taste. The concept for this run, because obviously you have no idea if you're going to get the baseball bat or not. The concept for this run was I wanted to see if there was a meaningful difference between dog store and vending machine. Because we've been going to the vending machine a lot recently for our smonks. 4 funds for a smonk, which is 1 fund more expensive than the dog store, but the doom is a lot cheaper. It only costs 1 doom to go to the vending machine versus, I believe it's 4% for the dog store, and I should know this off the top of my head, because, I mean, we went in with dog store, Monument. Was it Hospital and History Club? Yeah, it was Hospital and History Club. We don't have access to the pharmacy. And then, you know, I'm just doing the standard things to start a run with right here. And so we're gonna start with Violent Vigil, but I do have to, like, actually think this through. Because originally I was debating whether or not I wanted to start on TV Terror or Ramen. But the problem with both of those is that, like, we don't have the hardware store, which usually my default weapon for Haru is gonna always be something from the hardware store. And so I was thinking that Violent Vigil basically offered me a chance to get a weapon that I know can be viable. And I made a mistake here. I thought the enemies didn't start spawning until after midnight, and so I didn't smonk immediately, and so I was just greeting, technically unintentionally, but it was intentional at the time. And also because, you know, your relatives, both of them, and I discovered this for whatever is Sotomura. I discovered this for Sotomura. He's weak to sharp. Your relatives in the mansion are weak to sharp. So the Meat Cleaver, 2 attacks at 5 damage, because you have +1 from the hard knock for smonks. So the Meat Cleaver is doing 5 damage. From the +1 bonus damage, both of those enemies have 12 health. So you can pretty easily get through them. And so you can see I smonk here, and then I'm saying like, oh crap, it doesn't update mid-combat. We knew this, why did I do this? And I did it, well, okay, not why did I do this? Because I was worried about immediately getting railroaded into combat, but it's way too early for that. Because you have to investigate again. Because it's basically giving you a chance to, you know, do the thing on the Vigil pamphlet, and if you ignore the Vigil pamphlet, then you're gonna get sent into combat here immediately. So I didn't know that Sotomura was weak to sharp, but it is a good tactic to think about, is that if you have bonus damage going into Violent Vigil, Meat Cleaver, if you have 1 source of bonus damage going into Violent Vigil, the Meat Cleaver will be able to kill both of the unique enemies, and so here you can see I'm just doing the prep attack, because I didn't know it would do bonus damage. I thought it was only against Kawato and Miyako. But, no, it's sharp is for both of them. I'm pretty sure it's bonus damage for Akane as well. So basically, the Meat Cleaver can kill them in 2 turns if you have one source of bonus damage, which is actually really nice. It does help out the Meat Cleaver's viability, and we are going to be using the Meat Cleaver until we get the baseball bat. Because there was a bit of decision-making later on in the run, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. But right now, you know, I'm just deciding what my second mystery is going to be, because I actually have to remember it. And, you know, I guess I'll take a minute to talk about the Haru arc itself, while we're in this sort of transition state between mysteries, is that... So, we are raiding tonight. I'm recording this an hour before we raid, I'm pretty sure. And, essentially, the Haru arc is going to be extended, and the end of the Haru arc is going to be delayed, because we're basically only raiding today, and this is re-clears, right? So it's not like, you know, it's not like we're particularly worried about, you know, because it's a holiday, so we're not going to be raiding on the weekend. So the Haru arc has been extended because of the holidays, basically. Hesperos lives to morb another day. Now, I'm going to point out a very important decision in this run, and that is Doomed Already. Doomed Already is an absolutely fantastic perk, because basically what it allows you to do is that whenever you fail a stat check, you get +1 reason. And so you can basically, when you get this, and you can see this here, I have 5 dexterity and I went for it anyways. The reason why, and you can see I'm pointing at it right now, or I was like a couple seconds ago, but when you take reason damage from failing a skill check, you are going to immediately heal. And so it helps out a lot. And right now, specifically, I am trying to decide whether or not I want to use the semi-auto. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to, but I'm basically asking that, like, I want your opinion on sort of like, because I don't really have a preference about whether or not if I'm using a kind of meme weapon or fun weapon, and then I get a good weapon, which I should continue using. So I'm saying here, like, should I use the semi-auto? Should I use the Meat Cleaver? Does anybody care? If you have an opinion or a thought on it, then you can put it in the comments down below. But essentially, one of the things that's very important about this run is A, we're not using the semi-auto, and B, the absolute power of Doomed Already is basically going to help us manage our reason very well. Because here's the thing, if you can choose between losing stamina, which you don't have a reliable way to gain, or losing reason, which in the process of losing that reason, you will heal reason, is just so unbelievably cracked. I think we're gonna go into the abnormal arms here, because I wanted to do that first, and then, yeah. I wanted to do abnormal arms first, because we could see how the run was going, and I could either skip the boss fight in Sailors. It's not Mermaids, it's in Sailors, which is in the top right, by the way. And I decided pretty early on that I wasn't... Did I decide to do TV Terror? I actually don't remember. I actually think I did do TV Terror. I'm losing it. I don't remember my own run. I mean, you are gonna do me some slack, though. But, yeah, we're basically gonna go into abnormal arms, see how the run's going, and then either do TV Terror or Sailors. I genuinely don't remember. Like, that's not me trying to be like, oh crap, I spoiled the video. It's like, no, I genuinely don't remember. Like, here's the thing. Do you know how many runs I've done with this color palette? I've done so many. Do you know how many of those have been on Sailors? Probably, like, there have probably been at least 10 or more runs with a color palette like this or this color palette doing Sailors, but we're doing abnormal arms first. And you can kind of see here that I'm just trying to end combat as quickly as possible, right? Like, I'm willing to take the damage because our Doom is actually completely fine. You know, we got 28% Doom Mystery 3. We're feeling good about that. And we have Yagatheg, so it's like our Doom could be a lot worse. And here is the part where I thought about running away. Like, I was gonna be like, oh, I don't want to fight this guy. This guy's a dickhead. He's got 26 HP. That's way too much. But then I realized, hey, Bracer Impact's pretty good. Hey, we can attack twice. But wait, there's more. There's a lot of hotbar. Why did I say hotbar? There's a lot of shenanigans here with the heavy attack and actually doing the boost. So you can see here that I put one of them before, and that's letting me glitch it to 209 instead of 200 to give me a 40% attack boost. But here's the part where it gets weird. I can't do it again. And so what I have to do, like I try to enter it manually again. Oh wait, it does work. There's one where I have to swap it around. I didn't forget that. Like I try to do it again, and it's like I have to end up putting all of them in front of the brace. It's really weird. But yeah, no, so we have the baseball bat on Mystery 3 basically right at the beginning. And right away, I realized that the baseball bat is not what I was expecting it to be. And actually, maybe now that I think about it, it's probably me using the baseball bat now, which made cheesing the action bar a little bit different. But we're going here, and we're going to get the money. And this is a little bit of a risky strategy. However, I stand by it, and I know I'm jumping all over the place, but that's what I that's what I do normally when I'm just commentating these videos live. This is probably a lot more coherent. But, like, basically, we are waiting until we can't go to the apartments because we want to go to the dog store and buy smonks. And, admittedly, that's doom. That's some nasty doom. But, essentially, we have gotten the prerequisite funds in order to go buy smonks, but we want to play along with Yoggothexo as long as possible, so that's what we did. We got the money that we needed, and then we investigated until we couldn't go to the apartments anymore. And here's a perfect opportunity. We can't go to the apartments right now. We have 2 funds. I'm gonna go to the tree, get cursed. We're gonna go back to the dog shop. Perhaps. It'll depend based on whether or not we can continue with the mystery, or whether or not... Like, if Yoggothag's still going to block the apartments after we get out of the forest, we're gonna go to the dog store, right? That's basically what's going on here, and I'm basically just literally just saying that out loud right now. And I guess I decided to go back for whatever reason. That doesn't make sense. What the heck was I doing? But that's okay. I'm now resting. That actually does make sense. Although, yeah, no, I messed this part up. Like, that was a really weird order, honestly. There are some things that you just completely miss when you're actually recording the video yourself. And here I'm yelling about how Chunky Rat, you can't be here, Chunky Rat, you need to run, Chunky Rat, no! But, essentially we're here, 8 stamina going into the Centipede Demon, and we have 20% bonus accuracy, so look at that, that's disgusting, 57%. 57%. And this is where I realize how god-awful the baseball bat really is. It's got 95 speed, and then it has the audacity to not have a good hit chance, right? Like, 80% hit chance for 95 speed is not, like, it's not worth it. And you can see here that I'm just trying to get, like, any combination of attacks that work, right? Like, I'm just trying to get anything. And so I'm settling for a 30% boost here for 7 damage, which is, like, I could have gotten a 40% boost if I was still using the meat cleaver. And there's where it's happened. Like, I had that exact same configuration, but now it doesn't work. And I'm super confused on why. And so I think what I end up doing... Because, like, I had the boost, brace, boost, attack, and it worked. But then after I did it, it doesn't work anymore. So there you go, brace, and then the triple boost lets us cheese it to 206 instead of just 200. Which is really weird. I genuinely don't have any idea why the game's action bar acts the way that it does. And here I'm trying to cheese an extra, like, 10% out of it. And then I'm going back to try this, and it works again suddenly. And I'm like, you have to alternate it? I don't freaking know. Like, it's just so weird. It's just so weird. It truly is. Like, I just don't get it. But, you know, now we're kind of in the danger zone. We got 3 stamina. We're in between mysteries. But here's the thing. We still got the bathtub. We still got to level up. And we do have fetid fumes. I noticed that when I rested earlier, and then I called that out in the video. It's so sad that I just had a robotic voice for some reason. And, like, I'll let you hear it. I'll let you hear it when the episode is over. And then, like, I'll rewind it on my end and then play, like, the Robot-Web. But, you know, we've got 5 stamina going into... I think I leveled up my, my dexterity there. The plan was to try to get quick thinking. I do go into TV. I go into TV Terror because the freaking mystery's a disaster. We got 5 stamina, and I do want to get that guaranteed. That was an instant lock. That -3 reason for minus doom. I hit that button so quickly, and I was very disappointed to see 410 billion. I was debating on doing it or not, but I'm like, nah. It's Mystery 4, way too late. Give me the EXP. I need to get more accuracy up in here. And now Yagathag's blocking our way, so I gotta think of something else to do, and I'm gonna start increasing our stamina and our reason. Because why not? But there's actually something that is really cool with the dexterity. And something that I don't think I've ever done before. We're just choosing to make Yagathag mad right now. And I'm wanting to fail this because Old Friend is so cracked if you fail it. Because if you fail it, you get +1 reason, and then Doomed Already would also proc, giving you another +1 reason, because it procs on failures. So you can get 2+ reason from that event. But we had to roll under 6, unfortunately, and so we ended up getting +5 EXP and -1 reason, which is not fun. But it'll probably be fine. We finally see foreign cigarettes, and here's where I reveal to myself, oh my god. Oh my god, they're 5 funds, what the hell? And honestly, I think that is because of the price hike, right? We did get a price hike. They're not naturally 2 funds more expensive. That would be insane. If they were 2 funds more expensive, that would be ridiculous. Now, this is a perk choice that will be controversial forever. I don't care about leveling my knowledge or my luck, and so I just decide to make use out of a perk that is, quite frankly, a bad perk. I'm deliberating here, and I'm just thinking about it. Like, I'm never gonna put 4 points of knowledge in, ever. It's not happening. I am going to take the -3 from the lighthouse, and there it is. There it is. It's fast learning gaming right there. So as you can see, I also put a point into dexterity, so we just need 1 more point into dexterity, and then we'll be able to pass the lighthouse. Because here's the thing. We had every stat check, so without any of your stats passing, you know, that's -9, -3, which is not good. That's not good at all. And so, you know, I want to get dexterity up there, but knowledge is never happening. 4 stats is way too much, and I believe it was near the beginning of the game. We went to the Otherworld very early. I can't believe I guess I wasn't paying attention when that happened, but we went to the Otherworld early, and, wait, did we? Or, I'm pretty sure we did. I'm going freaking sicko mode here. But, like, I'm pretty sure we tried to go to the Otherworld in Violent Vigil, and I was like, oh, do I want to try for the plus knowledge, or do I want to try for the katana? We don't have a weapon yet, so I'll try for the katana. And it didn't pay out. I probably just clicked through it at lightning speed. But, anyway, so Time Warper is very interesting as a fight. You know, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm trying to see if I can cheese it to where if I put the attack early, it will let me get a second attack in there. Now, this is the fatal flaw with the baseball bat, or it's one of the fatal flaws, I would say. In order to attack twice with the baseball bat while you're bracing, you need to have your smonk buff and 9 strength, which is just so bad, dude. It's so bad. I don't even know how to, I don't even know how to put it into words how terrible that is. You have to, okay, ideally, for the comfiest lighthouse possible, what you want is to get your stats to 8, okay? Because that's the threshold for lighthouse gaming, and it's also pretty good for just stat checks in general. However, with the baseball bat, you have to have your smonk buff you have to have 9 strength, which is just really crazy. Like, they're like, weapons that are good do not need that much investment, and they only get higher than 8 investment because the fights that you go through just give you so much EXP that you don't need, you know. You either have already got your other stats to 8 because you got lucky with the lighthouse. And here's a very interesting thing that I do, and I'll go back to the baseball conversation in a second. But what I did there is the Doom is encroaching, the Doom is getting kind of sus, and Yagatheg was not letting us go to the hospital. So even though I cannot give money or stamina because of the items that I have, and I cannot give stamina because we're gonna go into we're gonna not go into Ath-Yelazaph. Akamanto. We're going into Akamanto. I swear to God, I know this game. I've played it before. I'm not a fake fan. We're gonna go into Akamanto, and so I can't give stamina, and I can't sell any of my items, because you might have noticed, something that I didn't call it immediately, because I was in the middle of talking about something else, is I bought an energy drink. I did. I bought an energy drink. And so that basically saves me from having to put another point in dexterity, because I can drink the energy drink during the lighthouse. So right now we're at -3 territory from knowledge and charisma, respectively. So this is like the legendary gambit of getting leadership on your next level up and then getting charisma up to 8. But back to the baseball thing, right? Like, if you are unlucky with your lighthouse and you have like 3 or more threshold checks, the baseball bat basically is it's a debuff, right? Like, pretty much any other weapon would serve you better. Any other weapon that's faster. Because a fast weapon with low accuracy is going to get better by just you leveling up. A slow weapon with mediocre, like, I'm going to call it mediocre, but it's not. Like, 80% accuracy is good. But I just absolutely hate that that it's tied with 95 speed. But, like, when you have something like that, when you have a weapon that slow, it is going to require a higher stat investment to get to a performance level that other weapons can deal with easily, right? Like, easily. And so with this, right? With the baseball bat, it's just so slow, and I feel like 9 strength is kind of the minimum. Like, 9 strength is kind of the minimum that you want to be running. But it's probably the sweet spot, honestly. If I looked at the weapon chart, 9 strength would probably be a noticeable DPS increase. But, one of the things, this is also very nice here, getting the Sphinx. Like, you just instant lock that. And then I'm just like, prepare yourself. Blue paper. I don't even wait for it to freaking load. We're already in Akamanto. So this is why I decided to salvage this video. Right here is this fight. This Akamanto fight versus the baseball bat. I have basically nothing that I can throw. Like, I can't throw anything. And so it's just, this is probably the wackiest, weirdest Akamanto fight I've had in a long time. And so, you know, we're gonna let it play out. But, it just... You can get a lot more out of 8 strength with pretty much any other good strength weapon. You know, the Monkey Wrench is gonna do better. And the thing is, the Monkey Wrench is faster. The Monkey Wrench is faster, and you don't have to level up strength for the Monkey Wrench to get better, because when you level up, that extra accuracy is going to be so good. And I guess you could say that the extra accuracy is going to benefit the bat because it has less overall attacks, but you know what I mean, right? Like, you can sit at 8 strength with a Monkey Wrench, and a level up is going to feel good in combat. But with the baseball bat, you know, you're gonna get maybe like, oh, you know, 95% instead of 85%. But, like, I can only attack twice anyways, so I might as well just boost all of my attacks twice, right? Like, it's not fun. To use the baseball bat is not fun. And here I'm just working out the logistics of the lighthouse, because I'm trying to think about what damage we're gonna take, which is going to be -3, and then I'm going through my debuffs to figure out if I'm going to take any unexpected damage. You know, we don't have any insomnias or things like that. I'm going to go ahead and chug the energy drink. And so, you know, let me walk you through. We're fine. -3, second enemy. -3. and then boss fight. Because I do believe we have World of Darkness, right? And I'm just kind of I'm going over my debuffs to make sure that I don't have anything that will unexpectedly kill me, so I just have to rest once and I'll be fine. And yeah, that's gonna be the run. As promised, for sticking around to the end, I will show you what my mic sounded like. I'm gonna have to mute my I'm listening to Bonjour Suzuki Spotify playlist right now, so I'm gonna have to mute that before I, go back to desktop audio. But I listen. You made it to the end of the video. And so, listen, if you made it to the end of the video, I'll let you listen to Robotic Web for like 30 seconds, and you can decide what you would have rather preferred, the live commentary or this post commentary. Because here's the thing, I just didn't feel like recording another run, especially because this was such an interesting one. Like baseball bat, exquisite taste. We get all of our cigarettes from the Freakashiba. Oh my god, the freaking Shiba Inu. Just got the best brand. 87% Doom. We could have messed around a little bit more if we wanted to. And you see, I think that's one of the things that just interests me the most about sort of this Haru arc, is that we still had, keep in mind, we went to the dog store multiple times. And we actually bought things that we ended up using, which is really interesting. We bought consumable items that we used. We bought an energy drink, and that energy drink helped us clutch the victory. Although, even if we didn't have the energy drink, we could have rested enough times and we still would have been safe. But it's so weird to think about, okay? It's so interesting, and it's so, we still had Doom to mess around with, even though we went for the more expensive Doom option for buying our smunks. And I think that's probably the most interesting thing to me, okay? And so I'm just gonna say, for the purposes of syncing up, run over, okay? Run is over. So I'm just gonna pause it here, and it actually just restarted automatically on my end, but this is gonna be an edited video. Oh god, I really hope Premiere Pro doesn't mess this up, because I have to do it in Premiere Pro, because I don't think Rush can. Oh, I'm not gonna edit the audio though, so it should be fine, right? It should be fine. It's like a 20-minute video, it should, like a 30-minute video, it should be fine. But okay, hold on, let me turn my Spotify playlist off real quick, or at least, I'm not gonna turn it off, I'm gonna pause it. Okay. So now I'm going to turn the desktop audio up, and I'm going to turn this audio up, okay? And let's actually, hold on, let me mute it first. Let me find a good part of the video. Let me find a good part of the video, alright? Let me find a good part of the video. I'm going back to the Akam. Actually, no, let's go to the Miku fight. Let's go to the Miku fight. Okay. This is what my mic sounded like. Are you ready? This is what you dodged. So if you're like, wow, Web, this post commentary really sucked. Well, this is what you could have. Listen, if I didn't check the video before uploading it, this is what you were gonna get. It's the attack of the Robo-Webweaver.
No way, dude. That's so unfortunate. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so energy drink up. So, please don't be the first.
Where's the Akamanto fight? There it is.
Are we actually gonna level up during the Akamanto fight? I really hope we don't. That would be so dumb. That would be so dumb. But hey, fast learners actually helping out, if you can believe it. You can't see any way out. Listen, as long as we're bracing for impact, you can't randomly kill us for 1 million damage, okay? So, we're gonna get low, and then we're gonna die to the lighthouse, but that's fine.
Alright, everybody. I'll talk to you. I'll listen. I'll see y'all later. I'm not gonna talk to you, because it's like, this is a video. It doesn't really work. It's like, I guess I'm talking towards you, but that's not really what talking to you later means. Maybe literally. I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna talk in your general direction out of your speakers
Okay, so
later.
see,
I suppose.
after our recovery,
We're getting out of this, alright? Get me the hell out of here. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. And I'll let Robo-Web
we're gonna drink the energy
say
drink.
goodbye. Let me just skip to the end here. Let me just skip to the end. I'll let Robo-Web say goodbye. So stay safe out there. Have a good one. And take it away, Robo Fake Web.
I never use it, because why would I? It's terrible weapon compared to, like, everything else that's infinitely easier to get, but, you know, I at least wanted to try it because it is significantly rarer than, you know, I necessarily get credit for. And honestly, like, yeah, I gotta say, baseball bat gaming, is it viable? I guess, but, like, you wanna be, as a flunking Haru, you want to be at 9 strike, which is a really awkward level of strike to be at, right? Like, you want to typically just stop at 8 for Lighthouse comfy, you know? If you have multiple stack checks. Anyways, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.